Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went there in the first place? Or maybe you find yourself struggling to recall a name you used to remember so easily? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. It happens to the best of us, especially as the years go by. But here's the thing. Memory loss isn't just a part of aging we have to accept. It's something we can push back against, powerfully, starting with what we put on our plate. See, your brain? It's hungry, not just for information, but for fuel. Real, nourishing, targeted fuel. The kind that keeps your thoughts sharp, your focus clear, and those moments of forgetfulness fewer and farther between. That's exactly what we're diving into today. How to feed your brain in a way that actually supports memory, focus, and long-term cognitive strength. Now, I know you've probably heard all the buzzwords: antioxidants, omega-3s, brain food, but I'm not here to give you a science lecture. I want to talk to you like a friend, someone who wants to see you stay sharp, stay strong, and stay in charge of your own life, no matter what age the calendar says. So let's get into it. Let's talk about what to eat to keep that beautiful brain of yours in top shape. And no, this doesn't mean you need to go vegan overnight or start drinking green sludge every morning. The truth is, small, consistent changes can lead to big improvements. It's about rhythm, not restriction. So, let's start with something surprisingly powerful: blueberries. Yes, blueberries. These tiny little gems are like magic for your memory. Studies have shown they help improve communication between brain cells and reduce inflammation in the brain. But more importantly, think about how easy they are. You can throw them in a bowl of yogurt, add them to your oatmeal, or just snack on them straight out of the freezer. No cooking required, and they taste like candy from nature. If you're thinking, but they're a little expensive, try frozen ones. They're cheaper, just as nutritious, and last a lot longer. Blueberries are proof that sometimes the simplest things are the most powerful. But what if I told you there's a kind of fat that actually makes your brain work better? I know, we've been taught to fear fat. Low fat this, fat free that, but your brain is nearly 60% fat. And it craves the right kind, especially omega-3 fatty acids. And the king of omega-3s? Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, or mackerel. If you can work those into your diet just twice a week, you're giving your brain one of the most protective tools against decline. Don't like fish? I hear that a lot. In that case, consider a good quality fish oil supplement, or even flax seeds and walnuts if you prefer plant-based options. The point is, don't starve your brain of the fats it needs to thrive. Now let's talk about something most people forget: hydration. You can eat all the right foods in the world, but if your brain is dehydrated, it's like trying to run a car on an empty tank. That sluggish, cloudy, why can't I think straight feeling. Often, it's just your brain begging for water. I always say, if you're feeling tired or forgetful, drink a glass of water before anything else. And no, coffee doesn't count. Neither does soda. I mean real, clean water. Add a slice of lemon if plain water feels boring. Keep a bottle by your side and sip throughout the day. Hydrated brain equals sharper brain. It's as simple as that. Here's another surprising one: dark leafy greens. Spinach, kale, collard greens. These aren't just good for your bones. They're packed with folate, vitamin K and beta-carotene, all of which support brain health. I know, some people just don't like greens. But hear me out. Try sautéing them with a bit of olive oil and garlic. Or chop them into a soup where they blend in quietly. You don't have to eat them by the bowl. Just find a way to sneak them in, a little at a time. Even once a day is a win. And can I share a little secret that not many people talk about? Your gut and your brain are best friends. What happens in your belly affects what happens in your mind. Ever feel foggy after a heavy, greasy meal? That's not a coincidence. Eating more fermented foods, like yogurt with live cultures, kefir, sauerkraut, or even kimchi, can actually help your mood, your clarity, and your memory. A happy gut equals a happy brain. It's weird, but it's real. So if you've been skipping breakfast or eating mostly toast and tea, it's time to add in something alive, something probiotic. Even a spoonful a day makes a difference. Before we move on, let me say this: you don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. One better choice a day is enough to tip the balance in your favor. Remember, your brain doesn't need a miracle. It needs your support. It needs you to care enough to give it the nutrients it's begging for. Not tomorrow, not next year, now. So grab that glass of water. Pick up that handful of blueberries. And know this, every small step you take today is a giant leap toward a clearer, stronger mind tomorrow. You've probably heard the saying, you are what you eat, right? Well, when it comes to brain health, that couldn't be more true. But it's not just what you eat, it's how you eat that matters too. Your daily eating habits are the foundation for a strong memory and a clear mind. Today, I'm going to share practical eating habits you can start right now to keep your brain in top shape. Let's begin with breakfast, the most important meal of the day. Especially for seniors, breakfast isn't just about filling your stomach, it's about fueling your brain. A breakfast rich in protein and fiber helps you stay focused longer and avoids that mid-morning fog. Imagine a bowl of oatmeal topped with yogurt, chia seeds, and some nuts. Simple, right? Chia seeds are packed with omega-3s. Oatmeal gives you fiber to keep blood sugar steady. And nuts provide healthy fats and magnesium to keep your brain running smoothly. For lunch and dinner, aim for colorful plates, not just because they look appetizing, but because color means a variety of vitamins and minerals. Red, yellow, and dark green veggies help reduce inflammation and support memory and mood. Don't forget to include fatty fish, tofu, or beans. These are great protein sources and provide essential fatty acids. Here's something many people overlook: too much sugar and sweets can actually harm your brain over time. Sugar triggers inflammation, which speeds up memory decline. So try to cut back on cakes, candies, and sugary drinks. Instead, satisfy your sweet tooth with fresh fruits like apples, pears, or even some sapodilla fruit, naturally sweet and loaded with vitamins. Also, don't skip meals. Your brain needs a steady supply of energy. Healthy snacks like a handful of cashews, walnuts, or a small piece of cheese between meals can keep your blood sugar stable and boost blood flow to your brain. One more thing, eat slowly and mindfully. Sounds simple, but eating in a hurry or while distracted can reduce nutrient absorption and make you overeat, leaving you feeling heavy and foggy. Take your time to enjoy each bite, savor the flavors, and connect with your body. Now you might be thinking, how can I keep up these habits if I live alone or don't have the energy to cook every day? Don't worry, I've got some tips. You can dedicate one day a week to prepare simple meals for several days. Or choose easy recipes like canned fish salad or vegetable stews that are both nutritious and quick to make. Finally, always listen to your body. Don't force yourself to eat if you're not hungry. But don't let yourself go too long without food either. Balance is the secret to keeping your brain and body running smoothly. Remember, nurturing your memory and brain health isn't a one-day miracle. It takes patience and steady small steps. But you can do it, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. Stay tuned for the next part, where we'll dive into specific brain-boosting foods and which ones to avoid. You won't want to miss it. Alright, now that we've laid the foundation about how to eat right and build good habits, let's get down to the real stars of the show, specific foods that supercharge your brain and keep your memory sharp as you age. First up, walnuts. These little powerhouses are packed with antioxidants, vitamin E and healthy fats, all essential for fighting off the brain's aging process. Think of walnuts as tiny bodyguards for your neurons, helping reduce inflammation and oxidative stress that can lead to memory loss. A handful a day? Easy. Toss them into your morning oatmeal, your salad, or just snack on them plain. Next on the list is turmeric. You might know it as the bright yellow spice in curry. But turmeric contains curcumin, a natural compound with potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Studies show curcumin can cross the blood-brain barrier, meaning it actually gets into your brain and helps fight the plaques associated with Alzheimer's. You don't have to cook elaborate dishes. A simple golden milk drink or adding turmeric powder to your soups can do the trick. Then, berries deserve a special mention again, especially strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries. Their flavonoids help improve communication between brain cells and boost learning and memory. Plus, They're delicious and versatile. Whether fresh or frozen, add a handful to your yogurt or cereal. Your brain will thank you. Now, let's talk about whole grains. Brown rice, quinoa, oats, and whole wheat are more than just fiber sources. They provide glucose, your brain's main fuel, in a slow, steady way. This keeps your energy stable and your thinking clear throughout the day. Ditch white bread and refined carbs when you can and make whole grains your go-to. Omega-3 fatty acids deserve a second mention because they're that important. Fatty fish like salmon, trout, and sardines are rich in DHA, which makes up a large part of the brain's structure. DHA supports learning, memory, and mood regulation. If fish isn't your thing, don't fret. Flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts provide a plant-based alternative, though they contain ALA, which your body converts to DHA less efficiently. Another superstar is dark chocolate. Yes, you heard that right. Dark chocolate, with at least 70% cocoa, contains flavonoids that improve blood flow to the brain, reduce inflammation, and can even enhance memory and attention. The catch? Moderation. A small square a day, not a whole bar. Green tea also makes the list, not just because it's calming, but because it contains caffeine and L-theanine, which together boost brain function and focus without the jitters you might get from coffee. Plus, the antioxidants in green tea protect your brain from damage. And don't forget eggs. They're a great source of choline, a nutrient crucial for producing acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter involved in memory and muscle control. 1 or 2 eggs a day can support your brain's messaging system and help keep your memory crisp. Last but not least, a quick note on hydration again. Your brain is mostly water, so drinking enough throughout the day is non-negotiable. Dehydration can mimic signs of cognitive decline, confusion, forgetfulness, even mood swings. Keep that water bottle close. Before we finish this part, a quick reminder: no single food is a magic bullet. It's the whole pattern, variety, balance, and consistency that builds a brain that works well into your golden years. Your brain thrives on diversity. So mix and match these foods. Keep exploring new flavors, and enjoy the process. So, what's next? In the final part, we'll talk about the foods and habits to avoid, and how small lifestyle shifts can protect your brain even more. You're already doing great by showing up and learning. Keep that momentum going. Welcome back. If you've been following along, you already know the good stuff to feed your brain and build habits that help memory and mental sharpness. But let's get real for a moment. It's not just about what you should eat, it's also about what to avoid and what lifestyle traps to steer clear of. Because protecting your brain is a two-way street. So today, we're diving into the things that quietly sabotage your memory and mental clarity, and how simple shifts can make a huge difference. First up, sugar, the sneaky saboteur. We've touched on it before, but it's worth repeating. Excess sugar does more than just add calories, it fuels inflammation in the brain, speeds up cognitive decline, and can increase the risk of Alzheimer's disease. And guess what? It's hidden in places you might not expect: sauces, salad dressings, bread, even some healthy cereals. So, the next time you shop, get into the habit of reading labels. If sugar or anything ending in "ose," like fructose, glucose, sucrose, is one of the first ingredients, that's a red flag. Swap out sugary snacks for fresh fruit or nuts. Your brain will thank you. Next, let's talk about processed foods. These guys often pack a double whammy, high in unhealthy fats, salt, and additives that may harm your brain cells. Think instant noodles, frozen dinners, packaged snacks. They can cause oxidative stress and inflammation, which chip away at your brain's defenses. Instead, aim for whole, fresh foods cooked simply. Yes, it takes a bit more effort, but your brain health isn't something to gamble with. Speaking of fats, trans fats are the worst offenders. Found in many fried foods, baked goods, and margarine, trans fats raise bad cholesterol, increase inflammation, and are linked to memory problems. The good news? Many countries have cracked down on trans fats, but it's still smart to check labels and limit anything with partially hydrogenated oils. Alcohol, another tricky one. A glass of wine now and then might seem harmless or even beneficial, But excessive or regular drinking can damage brain cells and interfere with memory formation. For seniors, alcohol can also worsen medication side effects and sleep quality, both critical for brain function. So moderation is key. And if you have any concerns, chat with your doctor. Now, let's pivot to lifestyle habits. No matter how well you eat, if you're not moving, your brain won't get the support it needs. Regular physical activity increases blood flow, delivers oxygen and nutrients to the brain, and promotes the growth of new brain cells. It doesn't mean running marathons. Walking, gardening, dancing, or even gentle yoga are fantastic. Find something you enjoy and make it part of your routine. Sleep. Oh, sweet sleep. Skimping on quality sleep is one of the quickest ways to fog your mind and hurt memory. During deep sleep, your brain clears out toxins and consolidates memories. If you struggle with sleep, try to keep a regular schedule. Avoid screens before bed, and create a peaceful environment. If issues persist, don't hesitate to seek medical advice. Stress is another hidden enemy. Chronic stress floods your brain with cortisol, a hormone that, in excess, can shrink the hippocampus, the memory center. Mindfulness practices, deep breathing, hobbies, or social connection can help manage stress. Remember, your emotional well-being is deeply tied to your brain health. Speaking of social connection, isolation is a huge risk factor for cognitive decline. Make time for friends, family, or community groups. Even a phone call or online chat counts. Engaging in meaningful conversations, sharing stories, and laughing together stimulate your brain in ways no food can. Now, let's address some bad habits that sneak into daily life, like mindless multitasking or excessive screen time. Constantly switching attention wears down your brain's ability to focus and remember details. Try focusing on one task at a time and give your brain a break from screens by going outside or reading a book. Hydration also plays a role here. Dehydration can cause confusion and memory lapses. Drink water regularly, especially if you're active or live in a hot climate. Finally, I want you to remember this: it's never too late to start protecting your brain. Even if you haven't been perfect in the past, small changes now can slow decline, improve your mood, and sharpen your thinking. You're investing in yourself, the most valuable asset you have. Before we wrap up this series, here's a quick recap you can hold on to. Cut down sugar and processed foods. Avoid trans fats and limit alcohol. Move your body regularly. Prioritize good sleep and manage stress. Stay socially connected. Focus your mind and hydrate well. Your brain deserves this care and respect because it's the center of your wisdom, memories, and personality. By making these choices, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. Thank you for taking this journey with me. Keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, keep believing in your power to stay sharp and vibrant no matter your age. See you in the next video.